I just want to say thanks to everyone watching at home and all my sponsors and whatnot. But yeah, it's been a great event.
All right, brother. We're gonna see you. We're gonna get you in here next tomorrow. Tomorrow during the last broadcast of the event. So
Yep.
don't go anywhere.
Yeah, great. Looking
And
forward to
you
it.
people watching, don't go anywhere either. Novi and I will step out as Steve Action Jackson will step in with Chase O'Leary to bring in heat number 3 of round number 5. Alex Uranga versus Jared Houston. Damn, that's going to be another good one. You guys stand by.
See ya.
Upside down. Awesome.
All right, and thank you, Manny Vargas and Michael Novi, for holding it down that last heat. I tell you what, I was down in the competitors area with Chase O'Leary, and the Australians and Brazilians alike on the edge of their seats for the end of that heat. Meanwhile, underway out in the water, Alex Uranga from the Basque Country up and riding, and a nice roll off of that oncoming section to get things started here in this man-on-man heat. Alex Uranga, again, from the Basque Country. Jared Houston from South Africa. Joining me here in the booth, Chase O'Leary. You were down in the competitors area. How tense was that getting down there?
Yeah, like the Brazilians were all cheering on for Magno, and yeah, he's so unlucky in that last 4 minutes not to get the score, but yeah, it was a great heat.
So, and there you saw a replay of Alex Uranga with the nice solid roll to get things going out there, drawing first blood in this heat. Today is the 25th anniversary of the founding of Port Macquarie Bodyboarding Association. You're one of the Port boys. There's a lot of history involved there. Tell me a little bit about...
Is it actually today?
Yeah, it's actually, June 13th today. The 13th was technically yesterday down under, but... Margot Bennett emailed me some information last night, and we thought we'd get you up here in the booth and pick your brain a little bit about your home territory.
Yeah, sweet, yeah.
So a lot of history there. How is the history of the Port Macquarie Bodyboarding Association influenced your bodyboarding?
Yeah, well, in Port Macquarie, like, if you want to take your bodyboarding to the next level, step 1 was to join the club. And yeah, I don't know what year it started. It might have been. I know it was first called the Hastings Bodyboard Club, which is our area called the Hastings, and maybe in the early '80s or something, Eppo's dad, John Eppo, started up for all the kids, and yeah, it's been going strong ever since. And yeah, it's one of the strongest clubs in Australia at the moment. We have we have Jared up and riding here.
Running
Drawing
through
some
this wave real
speed.
quick.
Bang. Oh, nice invert there from Jared.
Nice invert
Yeah,
from Jared
drew
Houston.
a lot of speed off there then. We got Alex in the red going this left down the beach. Oh. Nice
Jared going
ARS,
for the flip and
nice
rides
ARS,
it out.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 solid waves there from both of them.
So strong wave
Yeah.
exchanges out there from our 2 riders, Alex
Yeah.
Uranga and Jared Houston. With Port Macquarie and the history that we were just talking about, and joining if you want to improve your bodyboarding skills, is there any additional pressure knowing the heritage that comes along with the club, the history?
Yeah, sort of. There's we're going for this replay, or yeah, but there's a bit of pressure. There's the bodyboarding Port Macquarie has a strong history, and yeah, you feel a bit of pressure to like keep the name going. That bodyboard, well, it's actually is the official bodyboarding capital of Australia, believe it or not. So
yes, I was reading. It was voted in 2010 the bodyboarding capital of Australia.
Yeah.
That's pretty prestigious honor to have that kind of reputation. And here's a replay of Jared Houston really tweaking that invert. Nice landing. Jared Houston with a solid ride on that one.
So much
Here you can see
projection.
some stats drop in for Jerry. 22 years old from South Africa, coming into this event ranked 14th on the Men's World Tour. One of the great young talents on this tour. Now, we see Port guys like you and Sam Bennett, the younger guys, the next generation, competing on the World Tour and chasing the points. Are there any other guys back in Port Macquarie that we should keep an eye on? Actually, up and riding, Alex Durango with a nice roll, follows it up with another roll, and it looks like he's going to hit another roll and ride it right up onto the beach, really milking that one for all it's worth, getting 3 rolls off of that one wave.
Yeah.
So back to my question.
There's a lot of other guys that aren't in the limelight as much because they're not on the World Tour or so, but guys like Charlie Holt and Jake Chelman is another guy to look out for. And who else have we got there? Yeah, there's a lot of other grommets that are just starting to find their feet in waves. So yeah, no, we have a lot. There's a lot of talent pool in there.
And there you can see on the board Alex Uranga's stats. Again, Alex Uranga from the Basque Country. The Basque Country is in the north of Spain. They basically consider themselves their own territory, kind of like Hawaii is considered separate from mainland U.S. in the bodyboarding world.
Yeah. Yeah, we sort of have like that in Australia. Like Northern Territory is kind of their own thing to the other states in Australia, which is a bit weird, but sort of similar, I suppose.
I've noticed with Australia, there's great pride from what region you come from, whether it's from Sydney or Port. Everybody's got their own region and like their own crew that they really have a strong pride for. Did the rivalries get kind of intense when you guys square off at contests?
So I don't really take much notice of it, but sometimes I'll have Alex up here on this left. Nice roll. Pulled through, not much happening on that one. Yeah, I don't really take much notice of the rivalry, but sometimes, like, I know when you're travelling around, everyone's like, "Oh, break wall this, break all that," and I don't know, I kind of ignore it. But I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe sometimes people get a bit jealous of that the crew we've got going there at breakwall. Everyone's ripping and they're all tight knit crew, and I don't know. That's just my opinion, though.
Now, is Breakwall your home spot?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I surf it every day. Yeah, I surf it every day. I just live up the road, a 1-minute walk, so it's pretty easy access.
All right, up and riding Jared Hughes on this one. Nice invert off of that end section. Not quite as big as his last one, but still airing it out there a little bit. Nice, smooth maneuvering there from Jared Houston.
Yeah.
That must be pretty nice, being just down the road from Breakwall and being able to walk to a spot like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I can, just go surfing whenever.
All right, so you answered my next question, where exactly you live. Obviously, you're right there in Port. Here's another look at Jared Houston airing out that end section. Nice tweak on the invert. So he's got a couple of nice inverts under his belt.
Waves.
He received a 6.63 on his first wave. We'll see how that lands with the judges. He's looking for his second wave to potentially boost him up in front of Alex Uranga, who has a 5.88 and a 5.83 on his first 2 waves. So there you can see the current standing out in the water with over 21 minutes remaining. Still in the early going here in this heat in round 5, but still waiting for that secondary score to drop for Jared Houston. And waiting for the scores to drop.
Yeah, he's in the lead now.
Oh, there we go. 6.88 on the second ride for Jared Houston. So he actually scored better than the last one. And that moves him into the top. Alex up and riding.
We got Alex looking at the lip here. Bang, nice ARS. Oh, clean landing. That should, I think that'd better his last wave for sure.
So, again, a nice wave exchange is going on. Our riders going back and forth, blow for blow, kind of like a heavyweight fight out there here in the early going of this heat. Here's the replay.
Yeah, he's drawing a nice line, looking for the bowl right on the shore. And bang, it hits it. Nice timing. Pulled it round, it's pretty nice. This wave, even though it's small, because it's a shore break, it's still got a lot of power. You can still do all the moves out there, even when it's 1 or 2 foot. So it's a great venue for a contest.
Yeah, some fun little bowl sections out there. We've seen everybody from their free surfs to their heats having fun out there, making the best of the smaller conditions. Still some nice flip bowls out there. I mean, have you did you get a chance to free surf at all yesterday?
Yeah, I didn't go yesterday. It was pretty small. I just went for a muck around body surf. But I got here pretty early for the comp, maybe a week or 8 days before the contest, and we got some pretty good days out there. Some big, like 6 to 8 foot heavy days. It's a heavier species, and yeah, we got some pretty good waves before the contest got underway.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to throw down to the beach to Alex Leone. He's with the heat winner from that last heat.
Yeah, thanks, Action. Down here with that last heat winner, Andrew Lester, taking that one out, mate. Well done, knocking out another Brazilian, another Aussie through to the next round.
Yeah, pretty stoked with that. It's always good to have the Aussie boys getting through, but yeah, having work cut out with Magno, and yeah, it's a good one to get it past.
Yeah, it was the closest heat we've seen probably in this whole competition, 15.66, and Magno on a 15.55 or something, came right down the wire, but he used all his waves up with a couple of minutes to go, so you had the heat with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, it was good. My first 2 waves were my scoring rides, and then I think his last 2 were his scoring rides. So there was, 26 minutes where there was nothing really happening. So yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking. I saw him getting waves. I could hear the scores coming through, and I was just like, oh no, I've blown like a 9-point lead. But then when I found out that he hadn't quite got the score and he'd had his 12 waves, well, yeah, I was pretty stoked.
And you take on Yuri Valadao next in the next heat. How do you find him as a threat in these waves?
Oh, he's a threat in any sort of waves. He's he's past world champion. He knows how to win heats, and he's an amazing rider. Tamiga's the king of Brazil, but these 2 guys, Magno and Yuri, are the heirs to the throne. So I got my work cut out for me, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a good challenge. They're really good riders, and I really want to try and get a good result here and build some momentum going into the later half of the year.
Yep, no, well done, mate. We'll let you rest and give a shout out to anyone you want back home.
Shout out to the Blues, New South Wales Origin boys. They won, so that was pretty inspiring, and just everyone watching at home, the boys at Cronulla, Gleeso, and all the boys. It's good. Stoked.
You. All right, Action, back up to you, mate. That was Andrew Lester taking that one out.
All right, thank you, Alex, and congratulations, Andrew Lester. While we were away, we saw a big move by Alex Uranga, and we also saw a wave from Jared Houston, not getting a lot off of that, but that invert from Alex was pretty massive.
Yeah, it was a roll. It was a roll.
The roll.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Here's the replay.
Yeah, he's driving up, banged, hits it perfect. Projected out into the flats. Yep. It was a very good wave, probably one of his best.
And that's going to score a 6.65. Not quite enough to move him in front of Jared Houston, but
needs a 6.87.
Cutting the gap.
Yeah.
So there you see Jared out in the water. I do believe he has priority right now. Again, Jared Houston in the lead. Alex Uranga currently second. There you see the graphic. So 16 and a half minutes remaining. Still plenty of time left in this heat. So how long have you been bodyboarding for?
I actually got asked that question the other day. I had to think for a while. Probably started when I was about 11. Started getting full time into it. I was about 11, yeah.
11 years?
Yeah, so I'm 20, so 9 years.
All right, I'm Steve Action Jackson. This is Chase O'Leary. We'll be right back after this. All right, and we're back. This is round 5 here at the 2012 IBA Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride, Uzike.com, and Net. For those of you not familiar, down here in Brazil, Net, one of the largest cable and internet providers. They have been providing us with our internet and the ability to bring the live feed to you around the world. So up and riding,
we
it
got
looks like
Jared
Jared
here.
Houston.
All right, we've got him looking for the lip. Bang, nice roll. He'll spin in the pocket, double spin in the pocket. And then he's going to look for a little opening on the inside and manages a little roll on the shorey, but yeah, he kicks out. It was a pretty good wave.
Couple of solid moves there at the
Yeah.
beginning of that wave for Jared Houston and working it all the way to the beach.
Yeah.
For those of you just tuning in, obviously the conditions are a little smaller today. We're still waiting to see if the forecasted swell fills in a bit. All right, and while we were away during the commercial, this was Alex Uranga's wave.
And we've got him looking, there's not much happening, waiting for the inside. Oh, nice ARS. Yep, landed it, looking for a roll. Yeah, that was a pretty strong wave from Alex.
Wow, ARS from
Yeah,
Alex Uranga
yeah,
comboed with the roll.
Yeah.
Strong wave there
Yeah,
for him
strong
while we were
wave.
away.
He needs a 6.87, he might get that.
Yeah, we could have a situation change, so stay tuned for the updated score on that last wave from Alex Uranga from while we were away during commercial break. But fortunately, our control room and camera crew on it able to bring us the replay on that, so you don't miss a thing. And here's Jared Houston's last wave.
And boom, roll out the back. Double spin here. And yeah, little carve back to the pocket, trying to get a bit of speed, and then through the lip, roll onto the shorey. I'm not sure if it would fall in his top two, but he's getting busy and keeping the pressure on Alex.
All right, and while we have, there you see the current standings, 7.5 for Alex Uanga on his last wave. That's enough to move him into Jared Houston's top spot, knocking Jared back down to the second spot. And with 13 minutes remaining, Jerry needs a 7.28 or better to take the top spot back from Alex and try and move on to round 6.
Yeah.
So while we have a momentary break in action, it looks like we got some swell rolling in. Just to give people a heads up, coming up next, we're going to see Mitch Rollins, João Zeke. Actually, that's that's round 4. Up and riding, Jared Houston.
We've got Jared on a nice right-hander here. A lot of speed, looking for the section. And bang, nice little invert. Right, yeah. It's a pretty strong wave. I'm not sure if it's going to get in the 7.28 that he needs, but it could close the gap. So he needs a smaller score, but we'll see what the judges think. Here's a replay of this wave. And yeah, he's driving along. Nice speed line. Looks at the section, pretty washy section. That he still he did well. He got pretty projected for how poor the section was. It was a pretty washy section, but yeah, he did well.
And there you can see Jared Houston paddling back out. As I was starting to say, coming up in the next heat of round 5, the fourth and final heat of round 5, we're going to see João Zeke and Jose Otavio out in the water. João Zeke, one of the trialist wild cards, and Jose Otavio, one of the main event wild cards. So a couple of the Brazilians facing off coming up in the next heat. One wild card will advance. One wild card will be calling it a day.
They're both locals as well, so it should be a pretty good heat, I think.
Meanwhile, out in the water, Alex Uranga in the lead with a little over 11 minutes remaining. Jared Houston in need of a 7.28 to take that top spot away and put himself in advancing position. So time ticking down. For those of us who have never been to New South Wales and the Port Macquarie portion of New South Wales, what is it like down there?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet little town. It's a good place. Like you can get away, like you can go to a beach and there'll be no one there, and like you can get away from all the busy day life kind of thing. And yeah, I love it. I'm not a city person. I went to Rio de Janeiro here for a day, and I was like, get me out of here. I've got to go to Itacoatiara and chill out for a bit. So yeah, no, it's a good place to live. And we've got Jared here on this little left, And he's looking for the lip. What's he got? Oh, nice backflip there. Nice, good, quick turnaround. That was a strong wave from
Nice,
Jared.
nice smooth flip there
Yeah.
from Jared Houston. All right, so you're home, Port Macquarie, pretty chill, pretty laid back. How is the lineup at Breakwall?
It gets pretty intense sometimes when it's good. When we have, sometimes the banks aren't good for a month or so at a time, then we get a swell and it's good and everyone's pretty hungry out there to get some waves. And here we go, Jared's backflip here. Bang, oh, he hit it perfect timing, landed. Moving on the back flip, he went the front of his board, moved his weight up so he could land it nice, and yeah, it was a good wave. Back to breakwall. It can get pretty intense sometimes. The locals pretty much get every wave. Sometimes you get the odd person come out there and try and get a few waves, and it just doesn't happen for them because they just get dropped in on pretty much. But yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, everyone rips at breakall. It's amazing. Every wave is just crazy. Everyone surfs so well out there. It pushes your surfing a lot.
So when I come to Port Macquarie, I'm not going to have much luck getting waves out of Breakwall, huh?
Well, there's the odd exception.
Somehow I think a random web commentator from New Jersey not going to have a whole lot of luck out in that lineup. But it's cool because you see a lot of talent coming out of that area. I mean, there's some world titles coming out of that break between Kira Llewellyn's title earlier in the 2000s for the women's, two-time world champ Damian King and current drop knee world champ Damian King, as well as Mike, as well as Eppo.
Yeah,
I mean, Eppo, the first Australian world champion ever, and he came from Port.
I ask myself this question a lot, and I think is because we have such consistent waves in Port. Every day is a wave. Doesn't matter what beach, breakwall or lighthouse. In summer, there's doesn't matter how big the swell is, as long as the tide runs out, there's a wave, and so everyone just gets so much practice in. That's why that's my opinion anyway. But
and up and riding on this one, Alex Uranga driving down the line, looking for a speed, hits a nice air roll spin, and is he going to ride it out? We'll have to see how the judges score that. He throws the peace sign, but I don't know if the judges will consider that a completed maneuver. He fell behind a little. We'll have to wait and see how the judges score that. But nice attempt there. He had a lot of speed, really driving towards that section.
Yeah, no, it was a good attempt. Sometimes when you hit the lip and the wave goes really heavy, and when you don't project out in front of the wave more, the lip lands on you, and that's sort of what happened, and like you just can't get in front of it. But we'll see what the judges think. You never know. They might think it's a land.
And here's the replay of that.
He's coming up and he's driving towards his bowl. Look at the bowl there. Bang. He could have done any move he wanted off that section. And then, full rotation, lands. And just the wave went really heavy when he landed and just, seamed to the bottom. But, it was... There's a bit of a lull in conditions at the moment.
Yeah, so we'll see how that score shakes out with the judges for Alex Uranga. Currently, he's in the lead with about 6.5 minutes remaining. There you can see.
Yeah, not a land.
2.3 on that, so that's scored an incomplete maneuver by our judges. For those of you watching who are curious about what we're talking about with riding a wave through, in most IBA competitions, we'll see a rider perform a move, and he has to demonstrate clearly that he's able to ride out. Have you ever had any situations out in the water where you felt you completed a maneuver, but it was scored otherwise?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have, I have for sure. Like, sometimes, it's such a fine line between landing in a maneuver and not. Like, in Chile, I saw it a lot, because the rocks are right in front of the wave, and some people, they do an invert and they land and they go for the wave for like 1 second, and then they get smashed, and the judges are like, no, I didn't land it. But like, how can you land it when there's a rock shelf in front of you? Like, I don't know, it's such a fine line. I think a lot of people have thought they should have landed it when they've been scored, haven't, not a land, and etc. But
In Arica especially, we've seen in the last couple of years, a lot of guys, as soon as they land their maneuver, they'll throw their hand up in the air to acknowledge to the judges that it was complete, and then they duck out before they get raked across the reef. We're starting to see that more and more at a lot of competitions because even places like this, it's a little difficult to ride out of the whitewater, a lot of turbulence. So the riders will land, they'll throw a quick little claim to the judges, and then they'll duck out.
Yeah, like it shows the judges to throw your hand up, you have to have control riding the wave. So yeah, throwing the hand up, it acknowledges the judges. Yeah, I've landed this move. I'm riding towards the beach. Score it, please.
All right, so there you have it, a little explanation on trying to score a complete maneuver and throwing claims to the judges.
Yeah.
There you can see our riders out in the water waiting for the
heat.
next round of waves, and you see the next heat starting to make their way out. Again, we're going to see a couple of the Brazilian wildcards, João Zeke and Jose Otavio, out in the water. That's coming up next. But right now, we've got about 4 minutes remaining. And Jared Houston still looking for a 7.28 to move ahead of Alex Uranga and advance on in competition. Alex has been one of the standout performers so far. And, 7.28 is a little tough in these conditions, but it's not unheard of.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
And
I've
here,
got Alex on the left here. Looking for the section again. It's bowling up pretty nice. Bang, and nice backflip from Uranga there.
nice big flip there. Nice elevation.
Nice elevation. Yeah, projected well out of the wave then. And yeah, he's looking at the beach, loving it.
He's like, yeah, I got that.
Yeah. I think that should fall in his top 2. He might extend his lead from Jared with that wave, but here we got it again. Yeah, speed lining to the section. He's hit it perfect.
Great projection on that.
Yeah, launched it out of that wave. There, landed, just dug the leg in, flung him round on the shore.
And just listening to the beach announcer, sounds like it's going to be a decent score coming through.
That's an 8.
Oh. That's going to extend his lead and make things really difficult with less than 3 minutes for Jared Houston to try and catch Alex Uranga.
Jared needs a 8.62 now. There's only 2 minutes 40 remaining.
So Alex Uranga strengthening his hold on that top advancing spot. Jared Houston in a little bit of a hole right now. 2.5 minutes remaining, needs an 8.62. Not impossible, but he's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, he just play the waiting game and just look for a set.
Okay, so while we wait for the next set to come through, what do you have planned for the rest of the year? This is the halfway point for the Grand Slam World Tour. What are your plans competition-wise for the remainder of the year?
Yeah, I'll be doing all the contests. Like, I think we'll go home after this and have a 6-week break, and I'll just surf around home, maybe do a trip or 2. And then I think Mexico, and then Sintra, Portugal. So, yeah, just train, get myself fit and train up for those comps because I need to go good. I haven't really had a result this year yet, so I've got to change something. I'm just going to go home and just surf myself silly and just train and get ready for them.
All right, cool. And one last question. With about 1.5 minutes remaining, again, Alex Uranga in the lead. Jared Houston searching for an 8.62 and not much coming through at the moment. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout-out to back at home or say hi to your sponsors or anything like that?
I'd say hey to Shano at Nomad, my sponsors. Also, hello to my mum and my dad. I'm pretty sure they'll be watching. It's pretty late at home, but they might be watching. And yeah, all the fellas at Breakall.
All right, cool. And there you saw Jared Houston taking a look at that one, but opting not to take it. Matter of seconds remaining, about half a minute left, and time counting down, running out. Jared Houston really needs something. 30 seconds remaining. Jared looking, but nothing coming his way, and this is very frustrating when you're out in the heat and you need a wave and nothing's coming through.
I've been in this situation a bit lately. It's so frustrating. You don't know what to do. You don't know if the wave gods just don't look after you. Like you're like, please just send me a wave, but yeah, 5 seconds. He's gonna have a look at this one.
And
I'm
it's
not
going to
sure
come
if the
through
judges-
just too
yeah.
late. So too little, too late for Jared Houston.
He'll probably
And
still go hard on this one.
he's going to bow out of competition in this heat. But there you can see, still
Yeah.
playing around a little bit, going out in style.
Yeah.